Hey everyone, it's Melody here with week 7 of my Plan With Me series, and I'm using my Happy Planner by Me and My Big Ideas. Now, this is like my favorite planner. I am not using another one this year. I'm going to be using this the entire year, and I'm extremely happy with this planner thus far. Now, I have been trying to figure out my my planner decorating style for a couple weeks now, but I have pretty much settled into it, and this is pretty much it. I'm going to be using whiteout probably on my headers before I put washi tape on them. This gives me a little bit more flexibility in the washi tape that I use because some of them are a little bit more transparent than others. But if you want to make sure that you can't see the words that are written below the washi tape, I would highly recommend using the whiteout first. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, I'm not, as you can see in every single one that I do. But if you cover up the majority of it, especially where the words are, it just says morning, afternoon, and evening, then you can't see it through the washi tape. Somebody gave me that suggestion, one of my subscribers did, and I am entirely grateful for it because it's kind of changed my view here. Before, I was looking to purchase a bunch of different colored washi tapes so you couldn't see it through, but this has really opened up some good opportunities for me. Another thing that I've been doing is using my trimmer to actually cut my washi tape. Now, I never cut it exactly down the middle. I always have one side that's larger than the other, so I end up putting that wider piece of the washi tape on the top header and then the smaller one here on this middle header. And then I'm going to use the bottom section here. I'm going to block it off with the different colored washi tape, and I'm going to use this as my to-do section this week. Now, in last week's video, I used this stamp set, and I'm going to pause here just for a moment to show you the different stamp sets that I'm using because someone asked about them, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of show you which stamp sets I pull out to use with my planner. And I've written down the names so I can make sure I give them to you properly. This first one, well, I'm going to lay them all out, and then I'll hold them up so you can see them. And I don't use all of them during every planner video, but I do have all 6 of these Avriel envelopes in my little planner box. This first one is by Studio Calico. Now, I used to subscribe to their kits, and these are from their 2014 kits. One of them is from February, and one of them is from May. I believe the one that says Shine is from May, and I believe the February is the other one. Now, this one is from Sizzix, and it's by Stephanie Barnard, who is the maker of Stamps of Life. And this is their tag set. It has die cuts that go along with it, but I use that smaller tag to mark my work schedule on my planner. These are by Studio 29 Design, and these are their planner stamps, and I need to buy more of these because these are great. The one on the left is their school planner set, and the one on the right is their sports planner set. And if you would like to check out my blog, I always do a coordinating blog post with almost every single one of my videos. I will list these stamp sets there as well. This is the Felicity Jane stamp set. That is their Claire stamp set. This one is a Heidi Swap stamp set, and it's called Counting Blessings. I like the little boxes with the lines. That makes a really cute list. And then these last two are K&I Memories. It's 2 different stamp sets. The left one is called Gift Tags, and the right one is called Just Married. And those are all of my stamp sets. So back to the planning here. As I was mentioning, last week I used that Studio Calico stamp set to make a to-do list down the left side of my page, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing this week, except for I'm going to do it down at the bottom. And I only did it on every other day because I felt like I probably am not going to have 4 things to do every single night, because when I get home, I don't have enough time to do 4 things every single night because I work all day. But I'm just kind of creating a larger to-do list here at the bottom. That'll give me more space to write as well if I need to. Now, I have a few different little decorative stamps that I'm using. This is just kind of a curly Q, and then I have some little flowers that I'm going to put in a few different spaces. I just wanted to decorate it a little bit, keep it very minimal, because I have to keep it minimal or I won't use it. There's 1 or 2 weeks that I decorated a little bit more using paper piecing at the bottom, and I didn't use it at all that week, so I won't be doing that again. There's no point in me doing a planner if I'm not going to use it. I think I say that in every single video, but it's completely the truth. Just adding a few little decorations here. Nothing very major at all, just some small stamping. I really like using stamping in the planner because it doesn't add any bulk whatsoever, and I don't want a whole lot of bulk in my planner. I like having things that are functional and pretty, but if it's too bulky, then it's going to make it difficult to write on the other side when I do the other side of the layout, or the other side of the page rather. I like using the top and the middle section. So the top section is really my family section, and then the middle section is my work section. And then the bottom section is just kind of my whatever I feel like putting there the week. Last week I used it as a grocery list, which was very helpful. This week I'm using it as my to-do list. Now I'm making a much more conscious effort of doing meal planning because that's kind of a goal of mine this year, is to get my health in order. And part of that is meal planning. That's a huge piece of that for me. So I'm just doing my regular work little tags here. And then if you notice, before I even started the planning process here, I had a label in that top left box for the 15th, and that's because something from last week got rescheduled to this Monday. And it was very helpful that I use these planner Kate labels because it allowed me to be able just to move it. They're removable labels, so it was really easy to be able to move it from last week to this week without having any ripping or having to rewrite it or anything like that. And I do put my meal plan stickers, and I also put a couple other things on here that I don't fill out. Like I don't fill out my YouTube videos on here because at this point I don't know what they're going to be. I have to really sit down and plan those and see what I have ready on my computer in order for me to be able to put those on there. So I don't put them on when I'm on video. Excuse me, but do know that I put it on there afterwards. That's the functional piece of this planner. Just use one of my little silver labels here that I have had since the very beginning of my planner. I'm decorating, and then I'm just putting to-do list here at the bottom, as if it's not self-explanatory, but I felt like I would like to label that. I like all my planner stickers. I need to purchase more of them, but I just haven't yet. And I pulled out these little red alpha stickers to be able to do my little ... because I have some red stamping across the page, so I thought it would be just a nice way to pull in a little bit of red as well. And this week I used some, I think it's called Cherry Cobbler or Real Red ink from Stampin' Up, and I used my Memento Tuxedo Black, and then I also used a Studio G Gray ink. Excuse me. And these are my meal planning stickers. I love them. They're tiny. It's just like a little fork and spoon. I love it. So I realize that when I post pictures of my planner, it sometimes looks a little blank, but that's just because I haven't filled in everything yet. A lot of things I do for the week I don't realize them until the week starts. So it's hard for me to sometimes put those at the beginning. Now I'm getting back to my meal planning like I mentioned. So I'm doing my grocery shopping every Sunday morning. And then I do have a bill that I have to pay on the 15th. Usually I pay my stuff ahead of time, but there's something that is actually due on the 15th that I need to make sure that I drop off. So that is on there. I am putting my work labels and my family labels. I'm not really using the other labels that I had made. I'm just really pretty much using work and family. So I'm going to reprint some of those at the end of this so I'll have more to do. And on Wednesday, there's actually a field trip that we're going on with school. So I went ahead and put that sticker there. It looks like kind of like a ticket, and it says today. I'm just adding a few little decorative things, and this pretty much finishes the spread. So thanks for joining me today, guys. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and hit subscribe so you can see the rest of my Plan With Me videos. I post one a week. All right, thank you. Bye.